Hallå och välkomna till cykelsimulatorn. Eller Bicycle Simulator som det heter på engelska. Och det är också det vi spelar idag. Det är avsnitt 8 kanske utav cykelsimulatorn. Och vi befinner oss nu på en väg där vi cyklar. Och jag ska dricka lite. För man blir lätt törstig av att cykla. Så. Nu dricker jag Red Bull med smak av kokos och blåbär. Smakade väldigt mycket kokos, så gillar ni kokos rekommenderar jag den här. Nej, jag rekommenderar inte någon att köpa Red Bull, för Red Bull är dyrt. Eller ja, det är inte så dyrt, men det är dyrt för att vara dyrt. Det är relativt dyrt. Jag köpte det bara för att jag... Skitsamma. Välkommen tillbaka till Cykelsimulator 2019 och vi befinner oss på en väg där vi cyklar. Och så ska vi göra konstiga läten också. Ha ha ha. 3 gånger. Och sedan I pushed down on the heavy pedals and the gears creaked. Sometimes I was worried that the chain, which was stretched to its limit, would snap and fly off. Poof! Ouch! Någon får den i ögat. Ett kedjebrev kallas det. However, there was no time to think about that during the hill climb. Jag tror att vi kommer få lite backstory nu. För jag tror att det här är någon slags fortsättning på introt tidigare. Haha, damn, I'll quit it. This torture sport. I wasn't proud of this, but I decided not to put myself through any pointless hardships. I didn't enjoy putting in a lot of effort. I was doing my best only because there was something fun afterwards. At that time, I was getting closer and closer to it. Ha, 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 finally, the top. Han kanske drömmer nu, jag vet inte. Jag hoppas han drömmer och att han är ensam i sina drömmar så att det inte kommer hit en massa tjejer som jag måste göra rösten till för att jag vet inte riktigt vad mina grannar håller på med, men håller på och bullrar som fan där inne, så jag vet inte om de håller på och klättrar där i någon närliggande garderob eller någonting. Då kommer de höra när jag sitter där och you know I don't like that. Så kommer de sitta där och bara, vad fan håller han på med? As I climbed to the top of the slope, the view instantly widened. Below me was the town spreading far into the distance and the steep downhill road. Finally, it was time for my reward. I lowered my posture, kicked down on the pedals and accelerated in the blink of an eye. I faced the headwind. Det här är ju typ dock jag när jag var liten. Nu cyklar man upp för vissa backar bara för att kunna cykla ner för dem. Intressant. I faced a headwind that would have been so problematic on flat ground and cut through it like a bullet. During a downhill ride, I could almost reach... kolla hur högt ljudet är. I could almost reach 80 kilometers per hour. Wow. With that speed, I could overtake a car driving through the city. If I fell off my bike now, I'd have been seriously injured. No joke, I could even die. Jag vet hur du känner. Jag skulle fan få... så jävla mycket ångest av det här nu för tiden. After all, we were almost completely exposed while we were racing. The road was winding, and on top of that, it wasn't perfectly even. At high speeds, when I was entrusting my body to inertia, the wheels were bouncing on the uneven surface of the road. However, I didn't really feel any fear. I only felt overwhelming acceleration. Nevertheless, I didn't lose focus. I wasn't dismissing the possibility of some unforeseen occurrences. Even so. Ja, too bad for you, man. Jag vet hur det känns. Ja, det var bara en dröm. Vi tar och sänker, måste väl lite. Och för lite kontext för er som vill veta, mitt vänstra ben är helt fuckat för att jag ramlade när jag åkte skidor. Nedförsbacka, jättesnabbt. Boom! Aj, kunde inte resa mig. Nu mitt ben opererat och helt fuckat. When I opened my eyes, I thought I was on that hospital bed. I certainly wasn't familiar with the ceiling, but I soon realized that it wasn't a hospital. It's my room, huh? It still didn't really feel like my room, though. Still laying down on the bed, I absent-mindedly tried to recall my dream. I forgot most of what occurred from this shock of waking up, but I still had a general idea what kind of dream it was. I pulled the alarm clock to myself. 11:42 a.m. It's noon already. Ja, jag känner igen känslan. Jag brukar vakna ganska tidigt nu för tiden, men ändå. Even though it was Sunday, I've slept too long. I didn't need to prepare breakfast on Sundays. As for things like fixing leaks and other jobs, that could be done quickly. I did most of them yesterday. Ja, det är jävla mycket läckor här så varenda dag. Jag vet inte vad det är byggt på. A Sunday with nothing to do. I got out of bed and looked down at my knee. A scar from surgery was clearly visible there. It's been a while since I've last dreamed about that time. I was so busy and distracted by the new place in the last few days that I didn't have time for any unnecessary thoughts. But it seems that when things calmed down a little, the memories came flooding back. Så den här karaktären påminner ganska mycket om mig då alltså. Jag brukar inte drömma drömmar om min olycka. Däremot när jag ska sova, liksom lägger mig ner i sängen, bara blundar, då brukar jag liksom få upp så mycket bilder i huvudet. Då får man halvt panik vissa gånger. Man bara återupplever allting i huvudet igen. Däremot brukar jag som sagt inte drömma om det, som tur är. But it seems that when things calmed down a little, the memories came flooding back. Because of that, I was strangely sluggish and didn't feel like getting out of bed. Someone knocked on the door. Waikun, are you awake? Hey! It was Sanae-san, the third-year boarder. She was quite a cheerful person, but she was quite reserved towards me. Despite that, now... Hey, wake up, you man! Hey, Quinn. I'm awake. Hon är hungrig eller någonting, antar jag. I answered, then got out of bed and approached the door. What is it? Well, you see, you have a visitor. I found it strange for Sanae-san to get so excited. I quickly got changed and left the room. When I walked into the entry hall... Oh, Joe, oi! Anchan. So Anchan's the visitor. The boarders poked their heads out from behind the wall of the hallway and looked at Anchan from a distance. It was just like Anchan to be completely unfazed by this weird spectacle. Here, eat this with everyone. Anchan said as she passed me a welcoming present. What's this? Shingen mochi? Oh, it was a gift from a neighbor, but we couldn't finish it all. Jag måste dricka lite. It's the usual thing. Anchan had always been popular with women, especially with much older ladies. Jävlar. Milf hunter. He was often getting various gifts and refreshments from all those elderly women. If he just walked around the whole town one day, he could be a millionaire. Well, there would be no shortage of things to eat at least. I took Anchan's present and passed it to Yuka-san and the others, who were half hidden behind the wall of the hallway. Here, he said we should eat this together. Hey, who's the guy? What's his connection to you? He's my childhood friend, Anchan. Oh, childhood friend, huh? The others all went, as well. Anchan, come on in. I'll pour you a cup of tea or something. But this is a girl's dorm, right? Yeah, you're right. Like I say, I'm staying here. I don't really think about it that often. Well then. Come on, I'll treat you to lunch. Lunch, gott. How is it, living here? It's nice and relaxing. Come on, you don't feel like you're back in your hometown at all when you look at the scenery, right? Yeah, I guess not. This area underwent a complete redevelopment and it felt like a new town. There were numerous brand new buildings and the roads were neatly paved. There wasn't a trace of the Kasigaura that I once knew. But I remember this street. After all, I used to come here almost every day. It leads to the Kasami shopping district. It's the place where me, Himari and the others were born and raised. A small shopping district was here. My family ran a small real estate agency there. Himari's family had a sporting goods store. Masatsugu had a ramen restaurant. And there was Anchan's place, a small workshop near the shopping center. Shopping street kanske det stod. My childhood friends and I were all kids of the Kasami shopping district, so we all played together. However, the shopping street disappeared due to the reconstruction. Have you been to Windy yet? I've been to the underground shopping center a few times. I went there to buy groceries. That was where I went yesterday with Heimari and Habare-san. So, you haven't seen the above ground part yet? No. I was busy, so I hadn't been there. Then, let's take a look and grab something to eat while we're at it. Whoa. Damn dude! Kan jag typ gömma honom så jag bara ser bakgrunden, så vackert. It's pretty amazing, yeah. Windy Kasagaura. It was a large shopping mall built on the site of a small Kasame shopping district where we grew up. I've been to the underground level before, but I've always entered using the back entrance, which is the nearest to the dormitory, so I didn't know what it was like above, even though I imagined a big building. I can't believe that the Kasame shopping district used to be here. It is one of the biggest retail facilities in the country, along with Windmill Hill. It's one of the new famous spots in Kasagaura. It didn't feel at all like I had come back to my hometown. On the contrary, it felt like I was lost in some unknown country. What happened to everyone from the shopping street? The ones who wanted to set up their shops in here. Some moved elsewhere, but everyone's doing fine. Himari said that she had moved. Oh, when it comes to Himari, you know. Achan! Fan, det var henne jag inte ville möta för hon har den pipiga rösten. Oh, there she is! Himari somehow appeared with perfect timing. You're terrible! Having fun all by yourself! You should have called me! Jag sitter där och tänker att mina grannar säkert... But you were helping out at your family's shop, weren't you? I just finished! Himari replied. She was standing in front of Himigi Sports. That's what it said on the sign. Oh yeah, you told me that you moved and your shop is in Windy now. Himigi Sports, a sports goods store managed by Himari's father. As far as I remembered, it was a small town sports goods store, but now it seemed more like a trendy sports store aimed at younger people. They probably considered a different kind of customers they'd get in the shopping mall, but it's so different from how it was when I was a kid that I was taken aback a little. It's really great now. I didn't know your dad had an eye for what young people like, I said while slightly dazed. Oh, that's right. Hey, Hotaru. When she called out, a girl slightly smaller than Himari came out of the store. What is it, Anchan? Anchan and Oya are here. Huh? Hotaru instantly opened her eyes wide and looked up at me. Apparently she couldn't believe that this big guy standing there was really me. In that case, I should prove it myself. Long time no see, Hotaru. I rubbed Hotaru's head in the same way that Anchan did it to me. Oh, Aoni, stop it! I brushed her hair without reservation, shaking her head in the process. She was Himari's younger sister. She was only 1 year younger, so we used to play together a lot as kids. Her personality was the complete opposite of her sister, shy and quiet. You got them bigger too. Vad fan, då ska hon ha en ännu pipigare röst än henne. Jag kan göra en ännu pipigare röst, men... Jag vet inte. Oh, I feel dizzy! Hey! Hey! Don't bully my... Vad fan håller jag på med? Don't bully my sister! I'm not bullying her. Am I, Hotaru? Phew, don't pinch my cheeks! I let go of her, but her head kept swaying for a while. Oh. Jeez, that's too much for the first meeting in 5 years. Hotaru, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Just a bit dizzy. It's really you, Aoi. I'm back, Hotaru. Do you want me to rub your head again? When I moved my hand towards her, Hotaru jumped back and hid behind Himari. Don't be mean! She punched me in the ribs. You punched me! Ugh, I just wanted to cherish Hotaru a little. So this is how I die, huh? No. However, when it concerned Hotaru, Himari could have been rather overprotective. I was planning to come and see Hotaru soon anyway. I see! We go to the same school, so I should have brought her to see you. Hotaru goes there too? Yeah! That was a surprise. I was convinced that Hotaru would definitely go to regular school. Everyone was really influenced by Anchan. I told you to stop saying that. Anshan graduated from Keifu Academy. Because it was the school that Anshan went to. Himari and the others all took the entrance exams. It was the obvious choice. Although I knew this particular school when I returned, I did consider some alternatives before my admission. But in the end, I was swayed by Anshan's influence as well. By the way, what are you doing? Could it be a date? Bingo. Huh? I knew it! Hey, Anshan. It's kinda similar, right? I thought I'd treat Oi to lunch. Do you want to tag along? I'm in! I'll go. In that case, we have to invite a guy too. We have to invite a guy too. Otherwise he'll be sulking later. Ah, it's no good. If you mean Mabu, he's busy today. What? He's got some plans? A genuine date. He was boasting about it a lot yesterday. Oh, but isn't Hodur cute? But isn't she cute? Michael's girlfriend. Oh, if that's how it is, we can't get in his way. We'll go without him. Yay! Eating with Archer! we haven't had a meal together in a long time. Where shall we go? Oh, where shall we go then? Anywhere is fine by me. Anshan asked me. Even if he asked me, I still wouldn't know my way around here. There were many restaurants here, but they were all unfamiliar to me. Isn't it obvious? When we get together, there's only one place for us to go, said Himari and Hotaru, nodded. I also remembered with a slight delay. Taiyuken! Herregud. So this is my life now. Mabu's dad doesn't hold back, does he? I felt like my ramen was going to come back up, but I somehow kept it down by holding my belly with my hand. That's because you got carried away and asked for extra large serving. I was right choosing as a large portion. Oh, that's still quite a lot, Anshan. It was more than usual. That's probably a special service for Oi. Anshan, who ate a similar extra large serving, was completely unfazed. Mabu's dad was pleased to see you again, Hoidi. Hon får den rösten istället för att hon är inte en viktig karaktär. Jag tror inte ens att hon finns med på listan. He gave us a discount too. But to think that Taiyuken would still be around. Taiyuken was a Chinese restaurant at the former Kazumi shopping district. It was also Masatsugu's house. They used to serve regular set menus too, but after moving here, they've changed directions. It became like one of the new wave ramen restaurants that are so popular in the city. Business is booming. Recently it was featured in a magazine and the number of young customers was increasing, so Mabu's dad is very happy. Oi, his photo was in there too. He was really cool. No, he had a towel wrapped around his head, his arms crossed and a confident look on his face. Masatsugu was like his father. In other words, he gets carried away easily and tends to show off just like him. During town sports events, karaoke competitions and such, he was always the center of attention, regardless of the results. There wasn't anything nostalgic there though, apart from Mabu's dad. The taste was completely different. Before it was plain soy sauce ramen, but now it had become pork belly and seafood double soup. Oh, just like this place, everybody changed, you know. That's right, 5 years have passed after all. Yeah, I guess. 5 years was a lot of time. But some things haven't changed. Masatsugu's dad was the same as always. The same goes for Himari, Hotaru and Anshan. The things that I wanted to stay the same the most were all still here. Hold on, I'll go get something to drink for us. Anshan made us wait at a bench by the side of the passage and went to buy some juice. Hotaru accompanied him. Himari and I sat down on the bench. Hey, Aoi! What is it? Have you decided which club you want to join? I replied vaguely. There is one that I thought would be fine. Which one? It's still just a candidate. Come on, just tell me already. I don't even know if it's a proper club or not. What is it? You're in the robotics club, right? Yeah, it's the most popular in our school. If I remember right, you're entering contests. Do they fight? When I thought of robots, I imagined them firing missiles and flying through the air. Well, yeah, something like that. It's probably different from what you're thinking about. They do obstacle courses, carry and stack things, and so on. Oh, what kind of fighting is that? We battle in terms of robot technology. Every year a theme is chosen, and we make ones that will fit with it. Are you interested? I don't know. Even if you say you're building robots, I don't really get it. Well, I guess you wouldn't. Lately, we're always getting eliminated in the first round, and nobody even finds it that surprising. If you joined and straighten everyone out, I'd be really grateful. Why don't you do it yourself? No, it's not really in my nature. If I had to say, I had liked to do things at their own pace. They were more enthusiastic in the past, though. Once they were even in the runner-up in the naturals. Wow, that's amazing. That time, the one who made the robot was, say, you remember that girl who saw the other day? The super repeat student, Mochizuki Amane-san. Yeah, I remember her. That's because she's pretty, isn't it? Nah, that's not it. Well, it could be one of the reasons. I'm convinced. Himari continued their story. When Amane-senpai was a first year, she managed to become a runner-up in a competition using a robot that she made almost entirely by herself. She lost during the final round, but apparently it was only due to a trivial mistake. She pushed the wrong button on the controller. There are no what's if in a match, but the natural championship slipped through her fingers. She was in her first year. But yeah, she's kinda special. Oh, what's the matter, Anchan? Before we knew it, Anchan and Hotaru were back and watching us from a distance. Oh, which will it be? Lemonade or orange juice? Lemonade! I'll have the orange juice then. I took the can of juice and pulled the tab open. Thanks! Anchan was quietly watching us, enjoy drinking our juice. What's the matter? Oh, nothing. It just looks like we've gone back to the past. The two of you are together again. Himari and I exchanged glances as we swallowed our juice. We both realized we were embarrassed, then laughed. There's one person missing though. It's typical of Mabu to not be here at a time like this. He's always been like that. Even when we all got cut playing tricks, he'd always run away by himself. But later on, he would always apologize while crying. That guy really is a handful, isn't he? Himari sighed as she said that, and Hotaru and I laughed. Oh, and that Mabu has a girlfriend now. You guys should do your best too. Anchan's tease made the rest of us blush. I'm fine as is. I don't know about Oi though. Really? No. I've just come back here, haven't I? And yet, you're the dorm mother of a girls' dormitory filled with real cuties, and you're getting along with them already. Huh? Hey, don't say weird stuff. Oh, that girl, huh? She sure was cute. Even you, Anchan? Hotaru gave me a rather scary look. Hotaru, it's not like that. I'm just working as a dorm mother. Since you're handsome. Since you're handsome, Aini, you'll get a girlfriend in no time. I said it's not like that. Oh jeez, my throat got dry. Min throat är också helt konstig. Jag vet inte vad jag ska ge henne för röst. I drank down the rest of the juice in one gulp. Himari grinned as she looked at me while Hotaru seemed worried. Worried. Ta lite och dricka jag med kanske. Well then, I'm gonna get going. Huh? You going back already? Sorry, but I have an urgent job to do this evening. Thanks for inviting me out today, Anchan. Don't mention it. I had fun too. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. Anchan came back and took some small parts from his pocket. Here, this is what you asked for. Those were the parts that Amane-senpai had requested. What will you do with those? They're parts for a glider. Glider? I was told it's a meter of sorts. A senpai at school asked me for them. Aha! Suddenly Aga spoke in a loud voice. Do you mean Amane-senpai don't you? If you're talking about gliders, it could be anyone but her. It can't be anyone but her, I mean. Yeah, that's right. What's the meaning of this? When did you get to know her? just recently. It would be a long story. So I tried to dodge the question. It would also contain some things I'd rather not talk about. Oh hey, Chan, is she that? Yeah, yes, it's that beautiful girl. Oh. The Himagi sisters gave me a suspicious glares once again. Listen, Hotaru, you know, while Aoi has been away from this town, he's become quite a bit of a pervert. Ja, jo, sant. Oh, is that so? I'm afraid it is. Hey, don't fill your head with such nonsense, I said, slamming my fist in the table. And now, ho ho ho, watching you guys really puts my mind at ease. Don't just stand there laughing. Back me up, Anchan. Oh, what? It's not a bad thing. Devoting yourself to someone, falling in love with someone. Anchan put his arms around my shoulder. We should find something new soon. Oi. He said into my ear. He whispered into my ear. Seductively. He said into my ear, so that only I could hear that. Then he let go of me. See you later. Don't make too much noise in a public place, you know. Anchan waved his hand and went home. And then night came. Night beckons upon us. After we parted from Anchan, we dropped by Himage's boards to say hello to Aga's father. And I got kept up there. They treated me with tea and cake until it was evening. When I was walking along the way leading to the dormitory, somehow I didn't feel like coming back just yet. I guess I'll go for a little stroll. De missar, vi kommer träffa Kotori. Hoppas jag. It changed a lot around here too. För hon är den som har faktiskt en någorlunda normal röst. Before there was only an embankment here. We used to fish for crucian or koi carps here. But now they built a promenade here, and it became quite a walking course. Well, this was just right for taking a stroll. While I was walking slowly, I absent-mindedly gazed at the lake, dyed indigo orange by the setting sun. Och guess what? Om det är så att vi inte möter habanerosan här, då ska ni få se vad som händer. Well, my hometown had changed a lot in 5 years. The most important things had not. You should find something new soon. Oj. Find something, huh? As I muttered to myself, I looked at the scenery on the opposite bank. The windmills lined up in the gentle slope were slowly turning in the wind. Okay. Even so, chef's ramen was really tasty. Next time, I'll try tsukimen. Tsukimen? Oh, I knew it. Tsukimen? Huh? Oh, nej, det är en av de små tjejerna. Jag vet inte om det här är hon vi träffade förra gången. Oh Jesus Christ, what the fuck? I can't show that on YouTube. There was someone a little further away. It was a petite girl. She was holding her hand on the fence and just like me was gazing at the windmill hill on the opposite bank. Someone is here? I thought there was nobody here and I was talking to myself, but it seems that she heard me. Huh? You're that... She had a different air about her, so I didn't realize straight away, but she was without a doubt the girl I met at the supermarket yesterday. The girl who bought a lot of massa pengar pris. Jag tror inte att det är hon. Was the curry good? How do you know about that? Don't you remember? Yesterday, in the supermarket. Jag tror inte att det är hon, jag tror att det är hennes tvilling. That probably wasn't me. Huh? What on earth was she talking about? That Nissan. Was she walking around cluelessly and someone tried to pick her up again, I wonder? Nissan? It was sukiyaki and sashimi. Huh? Yesterday's dinner. I thought so. She was talking about that shopping at the supermarket. Well, that was to expected. There's no way you would use something like that to make a curry. Apparently she has some common sense in the end. Well then, I'll be going. Huh? Oh, yeah. She left, giving off a cold impression, as if talking with me was a bother. It felt completely different when I met her in the supermarket. I also got on my way back, while wondering about the complete change of the girl whose name I didn't even know. Alltså, hon sa ju precis att det var hennes syster, men okej. Hon har en tvillingsyster. It wasn't far from the lake to the dormitory. I didn't have much time to think before I arrived. Something new. The parts of receipt from Ancham were in my pocket. As I touched them with my hand, I looked up at the clouds floating slowly across the evening sky. Alltså jag tänkte för mig själv att möter vi någon där som inte är habanerosan, då kommer jag välja henne, men jag vet fortfarande inte vem jag ska välja, ärligt talat. Det lutar lite grann mot hon den där super repeat tjejen. Men jag vet inte. These things are going to fly there, huh? Those were parts of the glider. That means they will become a part of that white aircraft and soar with it as it catches the wind with those big wings. Beyond those clouds, the reason why I impulsively gazed at the sky might be the influence of that girl I met some time ago. Driving away my silly fantasy, I went through the dormitory's gate and... Hat, not yet. Don't move yet. Habanero-san, sitting in her wheelchair, with her back bent over, was slowly and steadily pushing the wheels. It was almost as though she was walking on tiptoes. What is she up to this time? I got quite used to her strange behavior, but I still couldn't tell what she was doing right away. What she was glaring at was... a cat? There it was, laying rolled up on the stone steps, licking and grooming itself. A groomer? And on the opposite side, Hat was waiting for orders. Is she trying an attack from both sides? This is what it looked like. But what were they trying to... Now, Hat! Interrupting my thoughts, Habane-san gave the signal. Quack, 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 quack! Hat then immediately approached the cat from behind while flapping his wings. The cat jumped up in surprise and escaped in the opposite direction, where Habane-san was waiting to catch in. Yeah, there's no way this would work. The cat, with brilliant footwork like that of a pro football player, evaded Habane-san and escaped. No, it ran away. Quack, quack. You really were trying to attack from both sides. You really were trying to attack from both sides. Det stod det form. Form both sides. Form both sides. What? You got a problem? Habane-san frowned when she realized I was watching. Why were you trying to catch the cat? Isn't it obvious? I was going to stroke it. She said that like it was a natural thing to do. If she caught a scared cat that was running away, it would only struggle and at worst scratch and hurt her. Next time, make a better strategy. You know, like luring it with a piece of fountain grass, for example. I'll think about it. She said that she earnestly wrote a memo. It looks like she always has a notebook tucked away in her wheelchair. More importantly, pow, she pointed at me. This was a sign that she had a bone to pick with me. You're late. Where have you been loitering around? I went for a walk. That's why I'm late. Her tone was like that of some mother scolding a child. Did she want something from me? The preparations for dinner. You're the one who asked me to help. It's still only 5 o'clock though. 5 o'clock. Och det liksom börjar redan bli kväll. Sa inte du nyss att det var typ runt midsommar? Så jag antar att det är liksom så här typ juni, någonstans i juni liksom. I don't care. I don't care. You haven't told me when we would start. Sorry. If we start about 6, we should finish on time. I see. Well then, I'll do that from tomorrow on. She said that she wrote another note. Could it be that you were waiting for me? She must have gotten bored, which is why she decided to catch the cat. Yeah, I was. However, I was waiting to fulfill my duties. Don't get any funny ideas. I don't know what sort of funny ideas you mean. Could you give me a few examples? I tried teasing her a little. Figure that out for yourself. Anyway, let's go. I'm already starving, you know. Right, Hat? Cool. See? Hat says he's hungry too. Yes. Well then, it's still a little early, but let's get started. Say, what are we having today? Mapo eggplants and egg soup. Is that tasty? Yeah, it's great. It's my specialty. So it's tasty then. Ja, säkert. When I passed through the dormitory door, I noticed that my uneasiness had vanished. She teamed up with a duck to catch a cat by attacking it from both sides. I chuckled when I remembered this, but then I realized I felt strangely comfortable by her side, and I started feeling weird again. I'm in love. Bra för dig, bra för dig. Jag gillar ändå henne. Hon är lite rolig faktiskt. Även om hon är någon av en ritual. Men jag gillar ändå henne. Oh look, we're here again. Vi ska avsluta nu. Jag ska tacka för att ni har tittat på det här avsnittet utav If My Heart Had Wings. Del 8 tror jag. Jag tackar för att ni har tittat. Så hörs vi nästa gång. Och tills dess så får ni ha det bra. Vi hörs då. Tack. Hej.